Hi there, thank you for stopping by to share with Julie today. I hope you're having a fantabulous day today. And in today's video, I am looking at 10 foods to avoid if you have fibroids. And you'll find it, quite beneficial to cut these foods from your diet if you're suffering from fibroids. Being in that position myself, I'm speaking from a place of experience, so I really hope you do find this information useful. So the first one on the list is meats. Animal protein. Animal protein, because it's acidic, it's highly acidic in nature. It has an acidic effect on the body, and also it is it takes a longer time for the body to digest it. Then the second is dairy. Yes, dairy products. I know most people love their cheese. I used to love my cheese also, but you have to take that out of your diet if you're trying to combat fibroids and dealing with the symptoms of fibroid. Dairy products are highly mucus forming. So that's number 2, dairy products. Number 3 is grains. Yes, grains. I know there are many people who say you should eat grains when you're dealing with fibroids, but because whole grains are good. But not all grains are equal. For example, wheat. That's one of the most popular grains used today. And the problem with wheat is that it is very GMO. The wheat that we have today is not the same as the wheat that existed hundreds of years ago, because we have sought to make many changes to it so that it would give a better yield and be pest resistant and so forth, and that has caused it to be not a good food for us, because it's difficult for the body to handle, and it also creates an acid effect on the body. And you can have, if you want to have grains, consider having grains that are alkaline, that have an alkaline effect on the body, such as amaranth, quinoa, millet, for example. Those are some alkaline grains. And the fourth thing on the list is artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners, these are acidic. They are foreign to the body, and the body does not know how to handle them. So that's for artificial sweeteners. And the fifth is coffee. Why? Coffee has caffeine, and also it creates a problem for the body to absorb iron. So coffee. Number 6 is fried foods. Some of us, we love our fried foods, but fried foods tend to be acidic in nature, and of course the trans fat that is associated with it is also a problem, because that is has been linked to cancer, for example. It's carcinogenic. So fried foods is the 6th. Number 7 is processed foods. And processed foods, that could be of course, those pre-prepared foods that you buy. For example, many of them have a lot of additives that are not natural. They're not natural, and that creates a problem. And the second thing is certain processed meats, such as your salami, your hot dogs, and your burgers. And these are some of the World Health Organization, who has come out to say that these processed meats are in fact classified as class 1 carcinogen. So that's also a big issue. And the thing with processed foods, these foods tend to be acidic in nature, and that's the problem with them. That's a big problem with them. The white sugar, white flour, those things, they are a problem for the body. So that's number 7. So on to number 8. Number 8 is sodas and those caffeinated drinks. I mean, these things are highly acidic. Coca-Cola, for example, that is very popular. Coca-Cola is very popular. Yet it is very acidic. I mean, you could use Coca-Cola to do a whole lot of different cleaning in your house. And that's what, we take in the body. Coca-Cola is not something you want to be consuming if you're trying to deal with, combat issues of fibroid and deal with it. And number 9, table salt. Yes, table salt. And table salt is often not put on the list because I guess people don't consider it a food unto itself, but it is a food, And the problem with table salt is that table salt tend to disrupt the potassium sodium level that the body needs in order for the kidneys to function properly. Because for the kidneys to function properly, the body needs to maintain a certain ratio of potassium and sodium. So when you consume all this excess sodium, it pushes that out of equilibrium, so to speak, out of its natural balance, and then it causes problems because then the kidney isn't able to do its job. And if the kidneys aren't filtering, you will not be healing yourself of anything. If your kidneys aren't filtering, you'll be having problems if you're trying to heal yourself. So that's number 9. And number 10 is soy. Soy is very popular. Everybody thinks soy is such a good health food. But the problem with soy is that soy is actually very GMO. Soy is, I don't think there's any soy on the market now, I stand corrected, that has not been genetically modified in one way or another. And that is, that's a problem for the body. So if you're trying to heal yourself from fibroids, forget the soy. Forget the soy. Totally forget the soy. Remove it from your diet. Yes, it's plant-based, but it doesn't matter. Remove it from the diet. So that's the 10. And the reason I have included these things on the list, foods that are mucus forming, foods that are acid forming, and foods that are difficult to digest. And because these are 3 hindrances that prevents the body from healing. These are 3 problems that can prevent the body from healing. So there you have it, So just bear in mind that in order for, when you're dealing with fibroids, and I'm speaking from from my personal experience, you know, when you're dealing with fibroids, it is the kind of thing where it's not easy. It's not easy to make the changes, but to get the results, to rid yourself of those awful symptoms, you know, and possibly shrink or getting rid of your fibroids totally, you have to make the changes. And it's not always easy. It's not always easy, but believe me, it's necessary. It's necessary. And yes, you can go and have it cut out, but if you don't address the problem, or address the issues, which is really diet based, they will come back. They will come back. And so I hope you just you at least look at the foods that have been listed in this video, and work at trying to get them out of your diet bit by bit. And if you really want serious result, just cut them out. Cut them out of your diet. So I hope you found this useful. Subscribe to my channel, like and share my videos. Don't forget, be the change you'd like to see in this world. Have a fantabulous day today. Ta-ta.